posted. Gotta keep it posted. Gotta keep it posted. We got more clock posted with the poster. When you turn on your radio, we got more clock posted with the poster. When you turn on your radio.
You know we poppin', just name a topic. Posted up like a palm tree in the tropic. Rozzy on the beat, make you wanna come and see. Mo to the C, radio to TV. You know she putting in work like she clocked in. Celebrity guest, never guess who gon' drop in. Television's best like a S on the chest. Who's next? Say less, cause you rockin' with the best.
Mo clock, posted with the poster. When you turn on your radio. Posted with the poster. We can turn on your radio. From the streets to the television, we keep it going, ain't no intermission. From the streets to the television, we keep it going, ain't no intermission.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Mo Clark with the post up. I'm in the building. I got some friends. I got one. I ain't want to say old friend because I just got done talking about being old. But, you know, I got one old friend and one new friend. I can't wait to introduce you guys to them. You guys know that was Rozzy and Kelzane on my theme song, constantly shouting them out. Rozzy just did a video shoot a couple of weeks ago. And I was invited to be at the video shoot. And I thought that I was doing good. You know, I thought I was doing good. I was in pain because what had happened was previously, a couple of days prior to that, I had did this TikTok, right? It was the all that ass, and then you got to drop low, right? So, you know.
Your knees weren't giving or what?
My knees gave.
Okay.
It's just the fact that that's Fred. Hold on.
All right.
Thank you for calling the post up. It's Mo Clark. How can I help you?
Yo, what's up, Mo Clark? How you doing, girl?
Hey, Fred. What's going on?
Nothing.
What you up to, Fred?
I'm just sitting right here chilling, girl. I know your birthday in September, right?
No, it's not. It's in November, but you close.
Oh, it's in November? Okay,
Yeah.
Mo Clark, you gonna get your eat on, get your dance on? What day your birthday on, girl?
November the 19th. Mark your calendars.
Oh, okay. 19. Hey, that's what's up, girl.
Scorpio season. Fred, you finna tune in to these great interviews?
Say it again?
You finna tune in to these great interviews?
Yes, ma'am. Have you heard from Ashley lately?
God damn. No, Fred, I have not heard from Ashley, Fred.
Okay, I'm just asking, you know.
I know, Fred, I know you love Ashley. Have you talked to Ashley?
No, you told me that was your sister.
I said that?
No, I'm sorry.
I said that, Fred? Well, she might be my sister.
You don't remember her, but it's on the episodes.
Damn, Fred. Well, you gonna have to inbox me the episode that I had said that, Fred, because you know if you just stay tuned, you finna find out how old I am. So I might have forgot I said that, Fred. I'm sure that I did. I'm pretty
Yes,
fine.
ma'am.
So tune in to the interviews. You finna find out something funny about me. So make sure you keep listening.
Okay, I got you.
Bye, Fred. I love Fred.
Bye-bye. Love you, girl.
Love you too, Fred. Bye. I love Fred.
Is he a mechanic or?
You know what? I honestly think that he is.
he just had the mechanic. You know,
I think that he is.
Bring that car by Thursday, Friday, so I can check out your oil.
I think Fred
he
actually
got that voice, that mechanical voice.
But you know what? Fred watches every single show on Global Vision
Shout
TV.
out to Fred for the support.
Shout out
Everybody,
Fred.
not just
Shout out
my
to
show. Everybody that does a show, he literally watches them all
We need
because
people
he
like that.
knows all the hosts. He calls in and everything. So we definitely appreciate Fred. But let me tell you how I hurt my knees.
Okay.
Okay. So it wasn't the drop that took your girl out.
Okay.
It was the dropping too much. Right?
The
Because
repeated
because my daughter was behind me in the TikTok and she couldn't get her shit together.
Whoa.
So we kept having to redo it.
Okay.
Alright.
It's the reshoots.
It was the reshoots that took me out. And you know, that last time, you know, after you I think I'd be sitting my body in the shock, right? Because when I was younger and I used to go to the club, I used to have my heels on and I could be dropping in and locking, dropping. I ain't have to say nothing. I ain't have to get no pep talk. I ain't have to say, make sure y'all work. I ain't have to do none of that.
Wow.
I just, boom. Now,
It's a
if I do
conversation.
that without telling my knees we finna do that,
Right, it's a problem.
I can't get up.
Yeah.
I can't instantly get up. It's gonna take time. And imagine trying to get up and be cute and you hurt. That's just not. It's not. It's not. I don't care how young I look. My knees and my face don't match. I'm gonna just let you know that. Listen,
Keep WD-40 with you at all times is what I was
I'm
told.
trying to tell you. I feel like the Tin Man. Okay, so we're gonna jump into Moments with Mo. I have to give a disclaimer.
Okay.
If you know any other people in the stories and you don't want to comment or give your opinion, do not. I don't want to sour any friendships. I am not the new Wendy Williams. I am not the new TMZ. I do not believe in being messy. Okay? Because I don't care about ratings. I just like talking to people for real. So let's go, JoJo.
Yo.
All right. I don't know who my first story is. It's going to be a surprise for me, too.
Oh. Here we go.
Okay, so this is, I didn't necessarily want to start with this one,
I was going to dig into it, though.
but let's start. Okay, so they have arrested, get this, a father and son duo for the murder of PNB Rock. Now, the crazy thing about the story is there was so much circulating stating that they thought that his girl,
Right.
it's just crazy. They thought that his girlfriend had something to do with it because she made a post. And then she took it down.
Right.
But then they found out he too made a post in his live.
Right, he did.
And it was a ton of things going on stating that that's how they were found, from they were followed to this, that, and the third and the other. So now we are back at the post.
Right.
Is what got the father and son duo to the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. And they took his chain and they shot and killed him. I just feel like this legit is one of the most senseless deaths, unless it's more to this story that we don't know. Which I'm thinking is more to this story that we don't know. Because why not, if it was really a legit robbery, why not just take the chain and go?
Yeah.
Well, when you reach, it's kind of like fair game at that point. So if you reach for something and somebody got you at gunpoint, they gon' pop you.
That's crazy.
That's just how it goes in any situation.
To kill him, though?
I mean,
And then I saw the video, and I just think that it's horrible to be laying there and you trying to get help, or you. It's like, oh my God, like, did this man know he was finna die at that point?
I feel like it's about the way you move. I done watched many people say the same thing over and over, which everybody know when you go to LA what not to do and where not to go. I mean, I've even been warned not to go there, and I'm not PNB Rock. So it's just like, I mean, it's just, when you get to a point where you feel like you are invincible, you know what I'm saying? Like you get comfortable, you know what I'm saying? When you get comfortable, that's when stuff go down.
For sure.
And it's crazy that it's not just artists that feel like that. Like my 21-year-old, I feel like sometimes she lives in a land of rainbows and lollipops. I love her. She's a great girl. But, we've talked about her, thinking, and I'm sure it starts that way. She might be at this location and decide to walk to this location that's really close by, and she thinks nothing of it, that it's totally innocent, right? But people are getting kidnapped in broad daylight. And the fact is, you're a female. You're a young female. You're an African-American female. They taking us just on GP. Sex trafficking, organs on the black market. And I don't say stuff like that to scare her. I just want her to know that it's real. Right. You know, I did the story last year on the little boy, that the 19-year-old, I believe. They took his organs. His organs was missing. Well, you know, they said it was, then they said it wasn't. We don't know. Jelani. His name was Jelani Day. But it's just crazy that some people really do feel invincible. They feel like, oh my God, it can't happen to me, or I'm not big enough for nobody. Now, I stopped posting where I was at. Like, shit. You know what I'm saying? My ex-husband used to post his plate every time we went. I'm like, damn, you letting people know we can afford food? Like, this is insane. It's just chicken.
Right.
I think some of it, though, like, I mean, not only the invincible thing, I think sometimes we just get too comfortable in our space, you know, like just naturally. And I don't know this whole situation with PNB as far as his mental that day, but I think he felt too comfortable because, you know, even in interviews he had done that week, he was talking about, like, you know, ain't nobody you're not gonna run down on me like that. You know what I mean? So I think that mental, we get like, you know, I'm good and I know where I'm at, I know what I'm doing kind of thing. But we gotta always act militant. We gotta always act like somebody's after us. And it's sad, but it's just the reality, especially when you're walking out, you're a known person. Even if you ain't known, if you got certain things on and people see that, like, naturally.
It's insane.
No, and it's sad, but it's natural. Somebody
I mean, PNB Rock, Young Dolph, Young Moolah, like all of these men.
King Von.
Well, King Von actually had a surrounded by people. He was surrounded by people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where the security was in that situation, but just people around them. And most of the time, it was people around them that truly set them up. I mean, the whole King Von, they still going back and forth with that. And then that's how I realized I was old for real. When I get on social media and I be trying to decode what the hell the young people saying, I don't know what none of that shit is. I be on the shade room and looking at the comments. They be like, "Oh, Dirk finally slid for Von. What he slide to? What that mean? What does that mean? Oh, y'all finally slid for him. What the hell does that mean? It's giving what it's gave. What the hell? Bro, what are we talking?
Not English.
City boys up 1,000, bro. Who are the city boys? What is happening? Like, whatever. JoJo, who next? Because I can't. I need a dictionary, bro. I cannot. See what I'm saying? Now, this the thing. I don't even know this young lady. But she's a rapper. She was a rapper. A young rapper, a young female rapper, Lotta Desto, killed, they say, over a money post. Now, this is the thing. Of course, with me being a blogger and media and all of that, I got to go try to find out what I can find out. But the thing is, yes, she did post pictures and videos with stacks of money, right? But she's been doing that. It wasn't something she was doing when she allegedly got put on. And I don't know her, so I don't know how on she was. Right. So I don't know if y'all know her and y'all can give me some insight.
Mean, this happened in our city, you know what I mean? So, like, literally in the heart of our city, in a very populated area. Now, at the time, it wasn't so populated, but the area is a very upscale area where she was.
A known place to
very
go
known,
when you come to Houston.
Known.
And it looked like in the video, the person just walked up and shot her point blank.
Oh, there's a video? I ain't saying that.
That's what, I saw the clip and I'm like, wait, what's happening? So, of course, I go and start reading the comments and I'm trying to figure this out. And people like, oh, nah, that was a hit. They didn't even try to rob her. They just point blank killed her. I'm like, God, no. What is happening?
Some people say she got robbed. See, I've heard different. I heard she did get robbed. I mean, I don't know.
I really don't know either. I seen somewhere it was like basically a drive-by, like they just.
I heard that part too.
I don't think they took nothing off of it, but I mean, you never know, man. I don't be trying to play detective either.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't got no choice. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely, unfortunately, I had a situation last year where I did have people come in for an interview, and unfortunately, a couple of weeks after that, the young man shot and killed, allegedly, have to say that part because he's still, allegedly shot and killed one of the young ladies that he brought on the show. So I was her first interview. I was his first interview since he had gotten out of jail. And I was seeing all of these things on YouTube, and people was just saying anything. I was hurt. Like, I literally was crying because the girl was my daughter's age. And she had also just agreed to be a brand ambassador for my makeup line. Dang. I was hurting.
Right.
You know, and to see people saying and doing things just for views when they didn't know
the real story.
Right. Yeah. You know, when I had her mother calling me, telling me certain things, I could have put that out there, but I didn't want to. That was somebody's life. That's
personal, right? Exactly.
And I don't feel like I should be going out here saying stuff like it's insane. But I watched that on YouTube, and people, I hate people clout chasing on somebody's death.
All the time.
It happens a whole lot.
All the time.
This shit that's going on with the Jeffrey Dahmer thing, like, I was alive when that happened. Right. You know what I'm saying? That was in my time. This ain't something that I just saw on Netflix.
Right.
I did learn he was gay on Netflix. I ain't know that shit.
Right.
Because I was young when it happened. Right. Yeah. But I see people making TikToks. They're doing parodies, and people really died. Like, he really ate people. This is real life shit. And y'all making TikToks thinking it's funny. There's nothing funny about that.
They gonna make jokes out of any and everything.
Anything.
Any and everything, man.
People make jokes about the girl, unfortunately, that we talking about.
Yeah, they make jokes about her.
Yes.
This just happened.
Yeah, they make jokes about all of that.
Everything.
That's crazy. It's got to stop. I mean, because those people are somebody's brothers, sisters, you know, loved ones. You know, the Jeffrey Dahmer thing is have y'all watched it?
I did.
It's very good.
Yeah, I watched it.
It's unfortunate that we say it's very good. It's unfortunate that there are already Emmy talks about those people.
Dang.
That portrayed those characters.
The Neighbor definitely deserves one, in my opinion.
Nene Nash?
Yeah. She killed it.
Yeah. The real Neighbor is deceased.
Right.
She passed away, I think, at 50 something. So, they definitely did. They did good in that movie. Excellent. They brought the story to life. I know it's hard for the family, but it shed light on it for people that didn't know.
For sure.
Like, they're bringing out rap songs where a rapper said something about shit, eat your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer, and people was singing it all these years ago, not knowing that was really.
That's what was going on.
Right. Yep. JoJo, who next? This the last one. I got to get into my interview. This is a shocker. I'm sorry, y'all, but
Coolio, man, rest in peace, man.
Coolio passed away yesterday at the age of 59. Now, as of today, I still don't have a cause of death. Did you guys see anything about it?
They said a heart. I thought they said like a heart attack. Oh, yeah.
Cardiac arrest. He had a heart attack. Okay, you know. Well, the fact of the matter is, I didn't even know Coolio was that damn old until yesterday.
Right, same. He looks good. He looked good for his age.
Yeah, I still see saying Coolio is Coolio.
Right.
You know, he was still out there grinding, getting it. So definitely sending our thoughts and prayers out to Coolio, his family. Y'all better not start making fun of that shit. Like, don't even do it. I can't.
You already know somebody somewhere on the internet has already done it.
It used to just be the non-coloreds.
No, I think he passed away too positive. You know, when it's negative around it, that's when you're gonna get the jokes and all that. He died from pretty much natural stuff that happens, body stuff that happens. So
yeah,
they ain't gonna make jokes out of that one.
Hopefully. They better not. They better not. So anyway, guys, we finna jump into this interview.
Yeah.
We gotta do a speed round. No, I'm just kidding. We gotta do a speed round. Okay, so I got tell everybody who you are.
All right, it's your boy.
You got your chains on and everything.
You know what I mean? They borrow for the weekend. It's your boy, Big B, representing Next Level Up Podcast in the building. ATL, baby.
You brought a guest. You brought a friend.
My boy, my family.
Man. It's Nick, man. OTR Views, man. Level Up Podcast. We in the building.
What does OTR stand for?
On the rise.
You know what I thought it stood for?
What?
On the run. But, you know.
Come on, Beyonce.
Yeah. Beyonce owed me a check.
On the run, Nick.
She owed me a check. Putting it out there.
For sure.
So let me ask you. So you're on the podcast. You guys are on the podcast together.
Right.
How long have you been doing the podcast?
Man, not even a year.
I'm going to say it hasn't even been a year.
Yeah.
It's about to be, though.
Right. It's very approaching.
So what is the podcast about?
Leveling up.
Yeah, basically we try to highlight people that are doing things good in the community, like that are changing people's lives. You know, whatever industry is, whether you're in music, whether you're an artist, as far as like culinary, it doesn't matter. A painter, it doesn't matter. So you can really be anything. You can be a shift leader at McDonald's, but if you're giving people opportunities in that community to get jobs, instead that they might not be able to get, we're gonna highlight you. That's what the whole level up is. It's not just music based. It's everything.
I like that.
Yeah.
Same way with me.
Yeah.
I like to interview everybody. I feel like everybody has a story to tell.
Definitely.
And so often we look at people, like when I first started doing makeup, I would look at the girls on YouTube and I'd be like, oh my God, how did she get so good? You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there struggling like, I gotta go buy MAC. I gotta buy MAC. That's why my shit is not staying in place like it's supposed to because it's not MAC.
It's not macking.
Right, it's not macking. But then you find out, some of those people, they take down their starter videos, right? Why? I don't know. They don't let people see their true journey.
Right.
You just see when they got good.
Right.
And you just thinking that they got good
They woke
all
up
of
good.
a sudden.
Exactly.
And then you don't know that Mac giving them a discount to use their shit. You going out here buying Mac don't even make makeup for black people. At least they didn't used to.
Right.
They didn't used to.
Right.
I don't know what the hell shade they put Mary J. Blige in because it wasn't for us in the beginning.
Right.
But I think it's important for people to talk and share their journey.
Right.
For sure.
Because I feel like that's what makes people get discouraged. You know what I mean?
Right, for sure. I think I'm big on that. Like I tell people all the time, like what we're doing, our connection, like it happened in time. Nothing happens overnight. We're still learning. Like I learned from him, and he probably learned stuff from me. Hopefully, you know what I mean. So it's a situation where I feel like every day we're still being educated. So business wise, whatever you're doing, I think you still got room to grow no matter what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
So how does that work? Because I used to have a co-host back at first I didn't. I didn't want one.
Yeah.
Then I got one, and he was much younger than me.
Okay.
10 years younger than me. And he was really smart with YouTube and algorithms and all this stuff. And I was thinking, oh my God, he cute. He gonna get the ladies, I'm gonna get some lady viewers, and it made sense, right? But then along the way, he started getting more popular, more recognition, and then boom, I don't have a co-host anymore. And that's great. He's still doing his own thing. He has his own thing, and I had to pick back up.
Right.
So as far as you guys' chemistry, what is it that you feel? I want both of y'all to respond.
Okay.
What do you feel like he brings to the podcast, and what do you feel like he brings to the podcast?
Who you want to answer first? I'll let
Yeah,
you
who
It don't even matter. Y'all just go.
I can go first.
Okay.
So
Go ahead, on the run, Nick. I was just kidding.
I've been doing OTR reviews since 2016, and I'm a blogger as well, but I don't like to call myself a blogger. I'm more of a journalist.
Okay.
I don't really like to get into messy stuff either, just like you. So, but I still have a positive impact on at least the city of Houston when it comes to music. So I've been doing interviews for a little while now, and I got connected with one of my homies. Shout out to Dre Berry. I got connected to him, and at the time I didn't have a place to do like my interviews and stuff anymore. I used to just pull up on everybody, and do interviews. But it got to the point where I got a little popularity or whatever, so I didn't want to just keep pulling up on folks.
Yeah,
'cause you never know what's gonna happen nowadays. So
absolutely.
And I was chopping it up with him and telling him like if I could use your spot to do an interview. And he sat there and watched me do the interview, and he was like telling me about the podcast and stuff that he used to do, and he wanted to bring that back. So I was like, you start the podcast. Like what I'm doing is different. Like it's just one-on-one interviews. I'm barely in the camera with you. It's like this is the podcast. Like this is different. So we could definitely do both. So and that's how I got connected to him. And we've been on the run ever since.
Facts. I mean, a lot of what you said about your former co-host is kind of what our situation is. There's an age gap in between us. But the thing is, what I see in him is intelligence. Like he's super intelligent, things that like I wish I knew at his age. So it's like it's cool to me to watch him do things that he's already doing before we even got together.
Absolutely.
Business wise. So collectively, it's only better for us both. And I know people. He knows a bunch of people. So we just putting our brains together. So I think collectively, like people be like, "Dang, y'all two together? Like that's crazy to them."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I've been out in my city for a while, and it's funny. He be like, this person coming on, be like, "I know them." Be like, "Man, you know them too." You know what I mean? So we know a lot of the same people, but at the same time, we still are building new relationships. And I think people see us together. That gives them motivation. Like, man, they doing things big for real.
Right.
So what would you say? Like when it comes to sitting down and asking your questions, I know you may do it. Do you do research on people, or do you kind of just jump in there?
It depends on the person for me.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, if you just starting off, there's no reason to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I freestyle everything.
Right.
Because I'm just, depending on who you are, I already got questions in my head for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I like for it to be more of a conversation. That way you don't feel interrogated.
Absolutely.
So, that I like to come off natural like that. So I don't do research on like beginning and all that. But when you then did something for a few years and you got, some stuff behind you, then of course,
yeah.
I don't want to offend you and not know what's going on in your world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to look into it and then come up with some questions.
Right.
I'm still going to freestyle too, though.
I get it.
So,
What about you?
I'm the same way. I want to like the basic stuff, you know what I mean, about you, but I don't want to dig deep because I want that to come out, like you said, naturally. Like, so typically when we get somebody on that comes on as a guest, like, we'll know your name, but I want to know, like, how'd you start? Like, what was the point of your life where you feel like this is the direction you should go?
Yeah.
What discouraged you in your life? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What downfalls did you have, or who supported you? These are things that people like. I've seen people's face literally like be like, "Dang, that's a good question."
Right.
You know what I mean? And
right.
to me, that's a cool thing to watch somebody really be like, I haven't got this question, or I like the fact that you asked me this question. You know what I mean? So I think that those natural moments, we love those and thrive off those.
I like that.
Yeah.
Have you ever had? Okay, so I will tell you guys mine,
Okay.
but you got to tell me yours first.
Okay.
Okay.
So have you ever had an embarrassing moment during an interview?
Yes.
If you have, what was it? I got to know because I got to make sure somebody else's was worse than mine.
I'm going to get mine first. I got one for nigga. I don't know what he going to think. I know one for me. We did an interview one time. My zipper was open.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was, like, so embarrassed. Like, my zipper was open. Matter of fact, I think the zipper broke.
Oh, no.
We was already recording, so I just kept trying to adjust my pants so you really couldn't see. But, the camera right there.
Oh,
so
no.
I'm like, yeah, level up, baby, yeah. But the whole time, I'm really
Not level
embarrassed.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
baby,
level up,
Don't
baby.
look down, level up. Yeah. So that was mine. But, when somebody's there, the person, they not paying attention. But in my mind, I'm thinking like, dang, when they see this, they going to see all my little box of drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Not the Jesus. Yeah, I
That's
think
mine.
mine's still worse. What you
Okay, okay.
What you got, Nick? What you got?
He know what mine is. So we like to bring champagne for our guests, just to open them up, create a vibe.
Right. We do that too sometimes.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Never mind. Don't even say that.
He popped up like, whoop.
He already knew. Go ahead.
So I walked in like I'm big business, like I know what I'm doing, and I popped the champagne bottle open and it spilled all over me. I'm soaking wet, pause in the middle of the interview.
Cold.
Yeah, cold.
Pants is
man.
cold.
Lord have mercy. So how long was the interview?
We went
About 30, 40 minutes.
Lord,
30,
did
40
you have on
minutes.
jeans?
Yeah, I had on jeans.
Oh, I know you was so for a long
Yeah,
time, huh?
yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Let's hear yours.
Yeah.
sad to say,
Yeah.
sad to say, I have you both beat.
Okay.
I think I have you both beat
All right.
because here's what happened to me. Normally, when I have edibles back in my past life, I get the gummy
My former
bears.
life.
I get the gummy bears, right? And I take 2 or 3. I can gauge my amount,
Right.
right? Because it's on the pack, and I can tell it's 10, whatever per gummy. So I
Right.
took 3. That's 30. I'm good. I'm gonna
Right.
be all right.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I made a mistake of buying a candy bar
Uh-oh.
from my guy,
Mm-mm.
and it melted. I put it in the refrigerator, and it got put back together. I put it in my purse. I popped one on my way to the radio station. Now, mind you, I lived in Fairburn. And the radio station was in Conyers, which was almost an hour drive. So I popped a little bit. And I was like, man, this shit weak. That's so weak. I ain't buying no more candy bars. I'm buying teddy bears.
Okay.
So I popped some more. It still didn't work. I was like, I must not be measuring this right.
Okay.
So I popped a little bit more of the candy bar. I'm driving down the freeway. I'm good. 45 minutes into the ride, I'm good. Get to the interview, I'm good. The girl started talking, I'm bad. Something happened. All I know is it was so crazy because I asked the girl a question.
Okay.
She answered. She gave me a long, lengthy answer. I asked her something else.
Okay.
She answered that.
Okay.
6 minutes later, I asked her the same first question I had just asked her in the same exact way as if it never happened. And I'm sitting there looking like, why this girl looking at me like that? answer the damn question. I was like, so tell me about.
I don't know. She was like,
And then I go,
okay.
so tell me about. It's like I was on repeat for some reason. Oh my God.
Wow.
Man.
He would have thought at that point I gave up edibles.
So how
right?
did you get out of that situation? Like, how did that yeah.
Shit, I just kept going. I mean, you would have thought after that I gave up edibles, but I didn't. I didn't give up edibles to this year when me and my husband and kids, we went on a trip and my husband bought me gas station edibles.
Whoa.
wow.
So you know what I was thinking? That's weak.
Weak. Right, weak.
So I took 5
What now? Wait a minute.
before we left the house.
Oh yeah. You was underneath the car.
Man,
Oh, yeah.
I was praying. Once I realized it was bad, I started praying. I was like, God, I got all the people I love in the car with me. Just let me get to where I got to go. I'll never do it again.
Please.
I started walking through Hartsville Jackson. I'm throwing up.
Oh.
I'm like bad. I don't even remember being on the flight. I was high for 2 days straight.
Oh my.
Wow.
My husband had me on the flight looking like damn radio. You know the movie with the where it looked like radio. I'm trying to figure out. He's taking video. I'm sitting on the plane like this with headphones on and I'm asleep. I'm like,
Oh wow.
that's how you see
Was it a long flight?
We went to Houston. Where did we go? Did we go to Houston? We went to Texas.
Okay. Okay.
I don't remember which part.
Right.
Well,
Like I said, I was high for 2 days.
Dang. How long was the trip though?
It was only 2 days,
Oh,
so I was
damn.
high both days.
So
The whole
the
trip.
whole
The
trip.
whole
you
trip.
just stuck the whole trip.
Stuck. I didn't even. When I got home, I realized it was some kind of THC compound that I took. It was the highest strand of THC that you could legally sell in Georgia.
Wow.
So I would have been okay with 1.5.
Yeah, but you had 5.
I didn't
had
read the
5
pack.
of 'em.
I underestimated the pack.
Never underestimate
Right.
the fact.
Never underestimate.
I am proud to say I have been drug free since then. Never again.
You were scared straight. That's
Y'all
what
Man,
did.
listen, scared straight is
That's
shit. That's an understatement.
Right.
Wow, my kids. I just remember my kids saying, "What's wrong with mom?"
That's the worst ever. Like, don't look at me. Don't worry about mommy's okay.
real.
What's wrong with mom? I'm like,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, baby.
So yeah, no,
gotta
I'm
stomach
not. I'm not doing that anymore.
Okay.
So I know you guys have the podcast. So are you guys doing like any live events, or how do you feel about doing it, taking the show on the road?
Well, we here now.
Yeah, we've done that for sure.
For sure.
We're still doing that.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
For sure.
We
So do you have like a whole camera crew production team, or you guys just go one off? Like how do you do it?
All of the above.
all of the above?
Like,
it depends on the situation.
For real.
Yeah.
Like we came here actually and did a couple of things. We've been to Dallas, Vegas.
Love
Yeah.
Vegas.
Man, me too.
The only place I didn't get high.
Oh wow, and that's the place
That
you
is legal, I know.
for sure.
I was scared by then.
Oh, this is already past.
this is
your-
after. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I don't want to touch
Right.
nothing.
We
Don't
give
t-
remissions.
no alcohol, no nothing. Don't give me nothing.
Right.
Just give me these ribs and this cherry coke and let
There
me
you
go
go.
about my
For real.
business
Tryna
because
tell
I
you.
can't do it.
Hey, for real.
Uh-uh.
But yeah, I think the road is really cool because you know, like you get to see people in their element also.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's what we've been doing even lately, like interviewing people maybe in their location. You know, we did the shop. We use the shop a lot, which is cool. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we want to go like, let me see where you comfortable at, because now you're gonna give me the real, because this is your home.
Right.
Let's go in your area. So let us be uncomfortable,
Right.
per
Right.
se. Man, you know, let you be comfortable in your zone, so you just zone out, do you?
Right.
Yeah.
I thought about doing that at my boutique, and then I was like, sometimes I be interviewing thugs,
I understand.
and I didn't know how they would feel being surrounded by like all that taffeta and pink and stuff. Like,
Man.
Well, I mean, it's your show, so
Right.
That's
you're a woman.
true.
Be
You're a woman,
surprised.
So yeah.
so I just 86 that and make everybody sit on the sex couch that
Hey.
Jax bought.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Jax bought these wonderful velvet couches
What is it?
for filming. It's crushed velvet.
I love it
Crushed
too.
velvet. I know, right?
I just keep
Oh.
rubbing it.
Yeah.
Crushed
I
velvet.
feel so sexy.
If he put, if he put some plastic on it, you'll feel like you at your grandma's house,
It's gonna
right?
be loud though. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
it's
so
gonna be real
loud.
loud.
It is. It's got to be that hard plastic,
Oh,
though.
okay.
So I know you guys have an event here that you're doing tonight. So tell me about that and what else you guys are gonna do while you're in the city.
Well, I'm only here for a good smoking 24 hours because I gotta go to Nashville after this.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm here for my guy KGB Cho. Shout out to him. He's an upcoming artist out of here, out of Atlanta, and he's having a listening event. So just came to support him, man. He was one of the artists that came to Houston for interviews and stuff
Aw,
like that. And I
awesome.
did one of his first interviews. Now to see where he is now, it's like
It's amazing, right?
it's amazing, man. It ain't been that long either. Probably like
Mm-hmm.
two and a half years. So
Beautiful though.
yeah.
Yeah,
Parent
I think if
support.
you keep your face card good with people, I,
Mm-hmm.
I know sometimes we don't always get those booming A-listers to come in or
Right.
whatever when we, do whatever we do. But I think you never know somebody's potential when you sit down with them.
Exactly.
No,
You never
definitely.
know where
Sure.
they're gonna go.
Yeah.
Right,
And
right.
I like to catch them like right before.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
I like to catch them right before because that's when you're gonna get the most genuine interview ever.
Mm-hmm.
Before or after that, you're not gonna get the same interview.
So have you guys? I know you have, but I gotta ask:
Mm-hmm.
have you ever dealt with somebody that may not have had the proper media training?
Oh
Yes.
yes, all the time.
How did that interview go for you?
Horrible.
Dusty.
It always
In his
goes
words, dusty.
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 Real
for sure.
dusty, man.
And it's crazy because some people you're talking to, like, you're almost like pulling stuff out of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's like I look at people like it's all a process. Like somebody like, for example, since we in Atlanta, Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Think about his first interview.
Yeah.
He was just so like, kind of way shy from the mic. You know what I mean? But in time, he got comfortable with that. So
Right.
hopefully, people that we've experienced that with, they in the future they get better and more open. Because this is a platform, wherever the platform is, an opportunity to highlight you. Like, we're here for
Absolutely.
you, and we're trying to level you up in whatever way we can. So use it to your best advantage, and if you're not trained, maybe just, have somebody tell you, hey, look, just make sure you tell about your album or whatever you got going on.
Yeah.
Get those words across at least the best way you can so people at least know who you are, what you got going on.
So have you ever had one of the interviews be negative? Not by your own choosing.
I've had some prior.
Yeah.
Definitely, but not recently.
Yeah, I don't think collectively, like you said, we haven't
Yeah.
had one. I think another thing is too, it's all about our energy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
when people come to us or we go to them, either way, we give them so much. So if you negative with us, you really got to just be out
you
your
really
way.
just gotta be having a bad
because-
day.
Yeah, that wasn't the type of negative I meant, though.
Oh.
So, obviously when the guy allegedly shot the girl,
Mhm.
people start going back pulling my YouTube interview,
Mhm.
right? And they started picking out things that were said in the interview, which I had known the guy prior to, just in passing.
Right.
And I always refer to him as my light-skinned friend.
Gotcha.
And I think in the interview, I made a remark about him fighting all the time. And I was like, that ain't light-skinned tendency. And we laughed and we joked about it. I mean, how was I supposed to know that in a couple of days something was going
You
to
couldn't,
happen?
you couldn't have known.
And they were attacking me on YouTube. Like, they was
gotcha.
stealing clips out my video. And I'm like, what in the hell?
Yeah.
And it almost got me to the point where I didn't want to do it anymore. Because
Mhm.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
But we saw this. Like, remember when, who was it, Ricky Lake had somebody on her show? And she had a couple on her show and somebody got killed and she got put off the air, I think. So you don't know how stuff is going to happen.
Right.
But when you have those negative comments and those moments, you start thinking, damn, is it really worth it
Right.
for me to go back in here?
Man, before we came here, it's so crazy because I got this from him to watch a lot of other people interview. And the guy I was watching do the interview, he was just talking about how comments can really make you question everything.
Absolutely.
He said, but at the end of the day, in a situation, like, you can get 1,000 comments, but if you got just at least 2 people that really believe in what you got going on, supporting, those people count more. Because so many people, like you said earlier, troll the internet. And really, they're really unhappy. So some people are just unhappy seeing you happy and doing something that they wish they could do. So all those comments is not really hate. You're really mad at yourself and you wish you was doing what you were doing.
Hell,
Right.
guess who attacked me last week?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Remember the girl that played Maxine on Family Matters, Waldo girlfriend?
Yeah, Rado Faldo.
Yeah, his girlfriend. Yeah, his girlfriend.
Attacked you?
Yeah, she was like, I was on somebody else's post about Queen of Meghan Markle, and I was like, man, Meghan Markle don't even really deal with the black people, so why are we, on her like that, thinking whatever? And she's like, do you know her? I'm like, bitch, do I know you?
Right.
Like, who are you?
Right.
Like, I didn't even know who she was, and then she kept talking to me, and I noticed.
Barely.
Right.
I would enjoy all of that. I
Like-
really
Would
don't
you?
know. Fact, I mean, I was arguing on live with Omeretta when she dropped the
Not Atlanta.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how the hell you gonna tell me what is Atlanta and what ain't Atlanta? Like, what? You crazy.
Well, I do remember that, and it was a lot because according to that song, don't nobody live in Atlanta.
No.
According to that song, the only place that's Atlanta is right on the other side of this freeway.
Literally.
And that's literally it.
Literally. And that's why I grew up. And that's why I was arguing with her. Because I'm like, I know for a fact.
Right.
Like,
Listen, all I know is that Wildin' Out is not filmed in Atlanta, but they say it is Wildin' Out in Atlanta. And that
Exactly.
shit is very far out.
Yeah.
The housewives do not live downtown. They live in the outskirts. They live in Alpharetta. Listen,
hey,
I'm hearing Powder Springs is on the rise and coming up. So it is what it is. It's what you make it.
It's all
You know what
Definitely
I'm
so.
saying?
Definitely
So
so.
I love Atlanta. I think when I go home, I don't tell my people what side of town I stay on. I just be they always say, you going back to Atlanta. Yeah, I got to pass through there.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
'cause
I
any-
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
I got to take 285 to get home.
Man,
for real.
So I am so happy that you guys came on the show.
Same here though.
I know it's a big change from
I love it though. No,
I love it.
Change is good.
change is good.
I love it.
Change is
Embrace the
good.
change.
Now I got to tune in to y'all podcast,
Hey,
see what
please
y'all
do.
talking about
We
since
gonna
y'all
bring
on
you
the
down
run.
there.
No,
How about
for
that?
real.
Yeah.
When you in the city, you pull up on
Uh-huh.
us.
I'm gonna have to go back to Texas because apparently the last time I don't remember being there.
Well,
Wow. You're going to have to really experience it this time.
Right.
And stay away
Had
from
it
gas
not been
stations.
for the video,
Oh wow. Dang.
I would probably be like, "Where we go?"
Oh, man.
You know. So you
That's
guys
funny.
have been an absolute pleasure to have on the show.
Man.
I'm glad you weren't nervous and sweating.
Oh no, we good.
I'm glad you guys could accurately answer questions.
Yes.
We do this in real
So
life.
tell everybody where they can find your show at, tune in, what days, how y'all do it, how they book, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Well, Level Up Podcast 1 on Instagram. We on YouTube, all that kind of good stuff. You can definitely book with us directly on the page or hit me up personally or him personally. My Instagram is BIGBEE713. The podcast Instagram is Level Up Podcast 1.
Yeah, it's Ersky. Mine is at OTR_Nick, at OTR Views. Either one, hit me up. We try to drop every Tuesday and Thursday, but I'll be randomly dropping sometimes just to throw some
Mix
stuff
it
out
up.
there,
Just
mix
to
it
mix
up
it up.
sometimes. But
Yeah, two-piece
just
spicy
hit
sometimes.
us up if you got
Yeah.
something going on. We gonna holler at you.
Yes.
I randomly drop two through no fault of my own. It's usually YouTube uploading whenever the hell it feels like it.
Yeah, I go through that too.
I'd be surprised when it happens. Oh shit, YouTube just
Oh,
dropped
yeah.
my video.
Oh, we up there. We live.
We up.
We live.
We live.
We live,
I
baby.
downloaded this Sunday.
Wow.
It's Thursday. Appreciate you, YouTube. So thank you guys so much for coming on the
sure.
show.
Thank you for
I'm
having
gonna have
us.
to come on your show.
Yes, you
Guys,
do.
make sure you follow them. Follow me. It's your girl Mo Clark. Follow me on IG at Miss Mo Clark. You can also follow me on the post up. That's DAPOSTUP.
That
Did
right.
I have an edible today?
I was
don't
like,
think
I'm about to say.
My bad, y'all. My bad.
My bad.
I didn't tune into the Reading Rainbow today. It's almost Christmas time. If you guys are feeling giving, make sure you leave Jack a gift and follow Status Network Global Vision TV. And we out.
We out.
Keep it posted, gotta keep it posted, gotta keep it posted. We got Mo Clark posted with the poster. Bring it to know you're ready, We got Mo Clark posted with the poster. Bring it to know you're ready, From the streets to the television, we keep it going, ain't no intermission. From the streets to the television, we keep it going, ain't no intermission.
Look, you know we poppin', just name a topic. Posted up like a palm tree in the tropic. Rozzy on the beat, make you wanna come and see. Mo to the C, radio to TV. You know she putting in work like she clocked in. Celebrity guest, never guess who gon' drop in. Television's best like a S on the chest. Who's next? Say less, cause you rockin' with the best.
Mo Clark posted with the poster. Bring it to know you're ready.